What's going on, YouTube? I hate your favorite redneck prospector, Glenn Shivers. I'm up here. All this. I was just bored, so I figured I'd carry something with me. In case something decides to try to munch on me, I can, conk them on the head or something. But I'm up here, up in the South Pass area. I am looking for an old adit. I found it on the maps, and I wanted to come see it. It's not too far from one of my claims up here, so I got up here and I was looking around. I was like, man, that's kind of beautiful. So, let's go peek off the edge here and see if we can find where this hole's at. So, all right, come on, let's go. But yeah, I'm up on this top of this little ridge here. It's kind of cool. Must have rained up here recently. But yeah, let's see if we can find this bad boy up here somewhere. Oh man, look at that. Oh, that is cool. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can zoom in there. It's like all hollowed out. It's like that big rock was up in here, and it just kind of like broke down away. Oh, that's cool. These old trees, man, I love these old dead trees. They're just so cool looking. Well, I made the local squirrel mad. He's telling me, get on out of here, boy. This is my tree. Oh, let's see. Oh man, that's cool. Look at that. I don't know, I'm about 20 feet up or so, 15, 20 feet. That's cool. Oh, what is that down there? Oh, you guys see that? What is that? That's like a hole underneath a big rock. Let's go over here and see if we can get a better look at that. Oh, look at this one right here. Gotta watch my footing so I don't fall off of here. That'll make for a good video. Redneck prospector falls off, breaks his neck. Look at that. You guys see down in there? That big old crevice. That big old chunk of rock fell off of this side right here. But look down there. You guys seeing what I'm seeing down there? Look at that. Oh, look up there. Let's see here. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Where am I looking at here? Ah, right there. Look at that. What is that? Now my camera would focus. That is a mine dump. And there's a hole down here underneath this rock. Oh, there you can see a good picture of it there. I don't know if you guys can see that down through those trees, but you can see the top of the rock. Man, I'm gonna get my big finger in the camera here. Top of the rock's running right here, and there's that hole right there, that black spot that goes down in there. That has got to be what I'm looking for. Now, how do I get down there? Looks like I might be able to get down over here. That's what I was looking for. That mine dump out there. This area right here has so many rocks everywhere that even looking on the LiDAR map, there's so many rocks and these big boulders sticking out of it where they kind of look like prospect pits or mine dumps. So I wasn't real sure if I was in the right spot or not, but this looks promising. So come on, let's go down here and take a look at this real quick. See what we got. So when I talk to you guys and tell you, like, I go through some crazy stuff to find this, I'm not exaggerating at all. Hey, look at here. Nice little game trail. Look at that. All the elk and deer and stuff been running up and down this little trail here. Well, do I dive off through the bushes? Or do I crouch down and get beat up by the tree limbs? I think I'll take the tree limbs today. Oh, gotta get small. It's a good thing I'm a short, fat guy. This could be a little fun. This could be interesting. Oh, is that another prospect pit right below me here? I don't know. I don't want to step on this loose dirt here, because if it gives way, I'm taking a ride. Whoa, there we go, see what I do for you guys? I'm out here one hand on the camera, one trying to keep me stable on these slick rocks. I got little tree branches breaking and falling and getting underneath my boots. Well, somebody did dig there. I don't know what they were digging for, but you can see this pile of dirt right here. Yeah, see? There's a little mini mine dump. Somebody's in there looking for something. They've seen something in there they liked. So, let's go over here. See if I can finish getting down to this without dying. I almost fell once. But, hey, if I'd have fell, I'd have rode it out. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm right on top of that. Yeah, see, this is what I seen from up there. Oh, look at that. Oh, man, that is awesome. Look at that. And of course, the BLM's been in here gating stuff up. Yeah, this big boulder here, they literally dug underneath this boulder. Let's go down there. Let's go see this. Let's see if I can get down here without dying. Man, this stuff is, it's like a sandstone conglomerate I'm walking on, and it is super slick. I don't know what intrigued them to come up here and dig here. Man, look at this. Look at that. I don't know if that was up there at one point in time and they dug underneath there, or if that collapsed down later on. It's not really, there's no telling, but I was gonna go through there, but yeah, that doesn't look very fun. This rock is split right there. One good bump and that whole thing's gonna fall right in the center, so. All right, well, let's go back up. I wonder, I don't know what the best approach is here. All right, time to kick in the 3-wheel drive because my 4th wheel is on the phone. All right, well, I guess we're going down right here. Yep, here we go. Uh-oh. Well, there that goes. Alrighty. That's what I was looking at down below there. Oh, I guess I could have come right up through there, huh? That's cool. Look at this. Man, guys, you would have to be here to see just how cool this is. And hopefully, I'm trying not to disturb anything. Everything looks really, really loose here. All of these little widowmakers. Man, these freaking bugs. Look at that. Man, look at all them bugs in there. Oh, this is cool. I wonder, I'm trying to get my camera. There we go. Now my light's turned on. Oh, look at this. That's cool. Yeah, this is that conglomerate that they dug down through. We'll go down and check out the tailing pile here in just a minute. Let me get rid of some of these logs that are in my way. All right, let's go down in here. I'll take a quick look here just to make sure everything looks good. It smells really moldy down in here, but it doesn't seem too bad. But the BLM was in here. Man, they didn't even put a gate on this one. They just sealed this one up permanent, didn't they? Oh man. And I didn't bring me a flashlight. It's kind of dusty. Looks like there's been some critters living in there. There we go. Now my phone. Clear it up a little bit. But man, this is cool. Yeah, this, oh. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, there's a loose thing right here. Let me set you guys down here for a second. I'm trying to see. Oh. Like a lock they did. It is a lock. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but let's see here. Yeah, right up in here. Hopefully I got that on camera for you. They got a lock right there. Yeah, I put my hand on this one and it moved. I was like, what the? Because I could see where it was cut. So I've got a lock here. I'll see if BLM if I can get the key for that. And then there's just a little slide lock thing on this side. So I'll get the lock out, pick this up, slide it over, and then that gives me enough room to get in there. And then we can go explore that. That's pretty tall though. That's probably, man, that's a tall tunnel. That's probably 6 foot tall. I'm only 5'6". Oh man, that's more like 7 or 8 feet tall. I don't even think I could touch the ceiling on that. That's a huge tunnel. Man, that is cool. Oh man, I should have brought my big flashlight. So yeah, this is cool. Look at this, man. Look at that view coming back out of there. I know what you guys are saying. Glenn, we don't want to see your ugly mug in the view. Turn that camera back around. Oh my goodness. All right. Come on, calm down. But yeah, this is a conglomerate that they were digging through. And they intersected a couple enriched zones in here. One of them that they did some samples on was actually pretty good. So yeah, I need to get an oxygen meter and see if I can get the keys for this one for the BLM as well. Oh man, if I was a little bit smaller, I could weasel right on through there. Apparently they put that down there for the animals going in and out. Which means there's probably some old critter back in there. Some of them sand people living in there. But, man, and the temperature down here, like, I can't even explain it. It's about 70 degrees right outside the portal. And just right down here, I bet it's probably a nice 60, maybe a little less. Beautiful. But yeah, that's that sandstone conglomerate that they dug through. I don't know what enticed them to take off through this hole. There had to have been something that they seen right here that they took off after. But let me see if we can get out of here without knocking any of these rocks down. I would hate to have a widowmaker hit a hold of me, and I'm not even married. Oh man, that is cool. All right, let's get back up top here. Okay, I gotta go find my ratchet handle. It fell all the way down there. Okay, back off this steep stuff again. Ouch. See, and this is what you guys should be doing. Now, I don't advocate for anybody going into any kind of tunnel at all. But I do advocate for everybody to get out and explore. Especially these old mine sites. Go and see what's out there. And even if there's a claim on the site, if it's not private property, you can go out and take a look at it. Just don't prospect. Don't pick nothing up. You know, but you can definitely go look at the old mines. Man, look at this. This is huge. Yeah, see, they dug in from down here. and took off in there. And yeah, that big rock just kind of collapsed over the years. But man, look at all this tailing pile, or the mine dump, sorry. This mine dump is, oh man, this is huge. Look at that, look how big this is. That's easy 20 feet down to the bottom of that ravine. That'd probably be a good place to go down there and metal detect. Because whatever they were chasing right there, if it eroded out, it'd be right down here in the bottom. For sure, for sure. See all the animals been running up and down this? I was looking for, yeah, see, here's some of that other rock they intersected. These zones, most of it's just that sandstone conglomerate. But I was looking for, because they did get into some minerals, they just don't know. See, here we go. Yeah, see, they're getting into some quartz veins in there. They don't have a record of how much gold they actually got out of here, but whenever you see a mine dump like this, they didn't do it for nothing. Now, initially, they may have invested some money to go in after something, or some companies would pay for that. Let me turn my, there we go. Some companies would pay just to explore like that, but after a time, if you're not finding nothing, money runs out pretty quick. Especially when you're paying each of your miners $1 a day. I know it doesn't seem like much now, but back then for $1 a day, you could have a pretty decent living. Here's more of that ore they were going after. Now, we need to find the high-grade pile. Oh, look at this rock. Wow, that's crazy. Look at that. Oh, wow, look at that inside there. That is cool. I don't know if that's showing up on the camera very well, but that's not gonna focus. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Got some ants. Be careful too when you're picking up these rocks, especially if you're in places like Arizona, Nevada, and that. Wyoming, some places. But I always tell everybody, kick them over with your foot first. Even up here, I find ants all the time. I'll pick them up and I got ants running all over my arm trying to bite me. Oh man. Whew. A little high elevation up here, so a little bit of animal leftovers. I am not finding a high-grade pile here, but with all this sandstone and much erosion's happened over 100 years, it wouldn't surprise me if it's just been buried. Let's take a walk. So usually when you come down off the portals there, just off to one side or the other is where you'll find the high-grade. They'll bring it out and they'll dump it to the one side till they take it to the mill. So I'll run up there and check a little bit more there. And then I always run around the bottom of the dump piles too. Sometimes you'll see where they won't separate out the ore really well, and you might get a piece of the ore that they were chasing, like the little ones I was picking up, actually on top of the pile. Now here, being the sandstone conglomerate that they were going through, when they did get into these other, here we go. When they did get into these other country rock, they had, it was pretty easy to separate that out. But here you've got some of this, looks like kind of quartz intrusion there. And again, I'm not a geologist, but these greens in here are kind of cool. But yeah, apparently somewhere down in there they intersected this new country rock and they got into some veins. Now, there's a few of that reports on this tunnel that talk about that specifically. They did some sampling on that ore and had some pretty decent results coming back. Here's some more of that. You can see the contact zone between the quartz vein and the country rock. Again, this is why I walk around these piles. Now, when they're dumping this ore, them bigger rocks, they'll tumble down off to the bottom. So you can run around the bottoms and you can find these bigger rocks running around here and see what you're actually trying to look for. So we did have a quartz vein, so we go in there and explore. We should be able to pick up that vein somewhere inside there. We'll get in there and take some samples. Some of the samples that were taken were actually pretty decent. Definitely mineable by today's standards. But man, yes, now we're down at the bottom of that hill. Look around, look at some of this conglomerate. This is just like, Yeah, this is cool rock. Kind of looks like sandstone on the surface, but once I get down to this, it's crazy. So, ain't no bears trying to eat me? No, I don't see no bears trying to eat me. Well, looky here. So this looks like this is kind of all part of that. They just kind of eroded off. Maybe and all the snow gets down into that trench there, and as it's melting down, it runs out of there, and it's been actually washing this material down off into this flat, because that's really flat for being up here on this steep hill. So let's go down there and take a look at that too, real quick. Sorry, I know this video's long, but man, I want you guys to experience this firsthand and just kind of see what I do when I get out here on these sites. So we're 20 minutes into this already. Yeah, see, here's some of that old metal, some more sheet metal stuff. So yeah, they definitely had some structures up here for this. Got no pipe in here too. That's not a pipe from the old timers. That's a lot newer. That burst. That was an old water line. So I don't know. I don't know when they started cutting threads like that. I'm not sure when they actually dug this tunnel. I think it was in the 1800s. It might have been a little later. But yeah, that was an old water line that froze up. You can see where it burst. Yeah, see, this looks like part of that mine dump, and it's just been eroded down here, because you can see that same stuff. But you can see where it kind of looks like it's washed out on this flat here. And they may have flattened this out, actually. They may have cut all these trees down and flattened it out. They may have had a house or something in here, a little cabin. I'm not seeing any of the wood structure left over. Man, the spider web's crazy in here. But, oh yeah, see, we've got some more of these. So here's some more of that mine dump. Wow, this extends out here for quite a ways. Look at this. There's more mine dump, more mine dump. Man, that's crazy. Oh, see, this is the stuff you look for right here too. This piles of rock right here. This isn't normal. It ain't natural. That was put there on purpose for some reason. That's why you guys got to be them detectives too. Try to figure this stuff out. Oh, look at this. This looks like part of it's an old cast iron flange of some sort. Looks like for maybe some kind of water line or something. They may have been bringing water in down from below. I believe down off the hill there's some rivers down there, creeks. They may have been pumping water up here, so they may have very well been crushing their own rock right here on site. They may have had that tunnel, and this might actually be the tailings off of the crusher. Because I know they had a few veins they intersected, and they run some. I think they did a couple winces in the floor. They chased them down pretty deep, a couple hundred, like 50 to 100 feet, I think is what they said. And that would make sense if that's the main mine dump up there, and they were milling their own ore here. We see they've got the pipes coming up here, so they were bringing water up here. If they had a little stamp mill, couple 3-4 stamps set up right here, they're bringing that ore down, and that's what we have here. And I bet you this is all fine ground. Yep, look at that. So it's very possible that this is the tailing pile off of the stamp mill. They probably had the stamp mill set up there, and this is where the tailings come out at. And over here with that rock formation, that may have been something for a sluice or something like that they were running down. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, but as best as we could figure. I get down to this rock, and yeah, looks like it's all been crushed. And this is a good place to go metal detecting too. Get down on these. If they look like that was the old millings or the tailings, yeah. If it looks like it was that, there's a chance that you can probably, you're going to probably get a lot of iron and junk in here, but they may have had some big nuggets that just got mashed up and went on out of the bottom of their little riffles of their sluice box, because a lot of the stuff they were using was mercury to grab that stuff. Yep, this is definitely see, now we're getting in that conglomerate more, so this might have been an extension. Maybe this is part of the extension on the mine dump itself. When they first started, they were bringing it all the way down here, and then it just got piled up over there. So I'm still not seeing any kind of ore pile anywhere. Typically, you'll have a remnants of them, because the little pieces will still be sitting there that didn't get mined up. or didn't get picked up when the stuff got sent to the mill. But if everything they had was coming in, and they had a little stamp mill set up here, which that metal could have been part of the sluice box. There's more pipe right there. I don't know if you can see that right off the end of my ratchet, right there. And it's busted too, so yeah, it split when it had water in it. And you can see where it looks like they cut it out, so they probably cut it out and repaired it. They might have been up here mining in the winter and got a cold snap come through and froze the pipes up overnight. Ah, see, look, now we're getting into some brick. So, yeah, look at this. So they had a full structure up here. So once you start seeing where they've had actual structures in the area, you know they were getting some good gold. Again, boy, they must have been caught off guard one winter. And it must have just had a freak storm come in here, because there's so much of the split pipe. And you can tell by the way it's, by that edge right there, that they had a pipe cutter. They just ran a pipe cutter around it, cut that piece out, and then probably welded a new piece in. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to research that to figure out how long ago it was they were making Schedule 80 pipe like that. Schedule 40 actually. But yeah, all these bricks down here. They had some kind of a brick building, or this might have been a kiln. Might have been some fire bricks for a kiln, where they were doing some smelting on site here. But man, this is cool. This is a heck of a tunnel. What a heck of a find. Here in these beautiful woods too. Yeah, don't get no better than that right there. So, all right, well, let's get back up here and let's run around the sides up here real quick, and just to verify there isn't no high grade pile anywhere. But I'm thinking, and I believe, I'll have to go back and read on this again. I think that it said in the records they did have a stamp mill here. There's some more of that metal. But they'll take this metal, and if I'm correct in my readings on their slick plates, they would have riffles in that, and this metal would be down, and they'd put mercury on there up behind the riffles, and all the ore and gold would come down through there. The gold, because mercury and gold love each other, so they would form an amalgamation of the precious metals with the mercury on their slick plates, and I believe their slick plates are made out of that steel. Yeah, we got another. If that don't look like a little homemade chute, I don't know what is. Man, this is cool. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this video. You know, this is the kind of stuff that we'll be bringing more to you. I'm working with the BLM to get keys on a couple other sites too that are within my mining claims, so we can go explore those. And there's a couple tunnels. Them tunnels are going to be really cool to go explore. So let's go over here. Yeah, so this is all part of that mine dump. Now look, we got a old broken dish in here from some point in time. Whew, smell that? Yeah, that is a cool dish. Man, that is old. I wish that wasn't busted. Man, that is cool. Oh, smell an animal of some kind. Stinks. Stinks like a bear. Stinks like old Smokey Bear. But man, you don't realize how far you dive off into stuff when you're getting that excited. But yeah, I'm not seeing any. There's some old, yeah, little chipmunk right there. Scared the crap out of me. See him? There's some more tin cans. Some more of this other steel. Yeah, I'm not seeing. And it's weird too, because usually you'll find a pile where the miners and all their tin cans and stuff and their old bottles. They would dump them off to a spot off to the side of the mine site. Yeah, who knows? They probably got some big dumps inside the mine site. Yeah, I'm not seeing any kind of high-grade pile around here. Just a lot of that conglomerate. Oh, got a bug on me. Trying to chew on me. Oh. Well, I don't know what they got into, but it was definitely something good. And the sample values of what's in there has come back pretty good. So I definitely want to get in there and take an exploration trip down in there. But unfortunately, the trip in that tunnel is going to be on another video. So you guys are just going to have to like me. You're going to have to subscribe. And you're going to have to keep following along for more of these cool videos like this. So I'm a little over 9,000 feet elevation up here, I believe. Right around 9,000. Pretty much at the top of the highest point in this mining district. So forgive my breathing hard. Yeah, I'm a fat kid, but you get this high at altitude. If you've never been this high, come try it out. It's different. So, but yeah, hey man, this is a cool trip, and I'm glad I walked down here today. I'm glad you guys got to come with me and explore this cool thing. I'm sorry I couldn't get in there. BLM here, the DEQ, a few years ago have made a really good job of blocking everything off now. So luckily they put access to it and they got keys and stuff. So hopefully we can get the key for this one here too. Just tell them, hey, we want to go and do some exploration, see if it's worth putting a mine claim on. Sorry, I got bugs flying all in my face when I was walking around. So, man, this is cool, guys. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Yeah, see, my little friends over here trying to chew on me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, definitely, throw a like up there, share this thing with your friends. Let your friends know about this crazy old redneck prospector running around the hills of Wyoming, and, hopefully you guys can join us. If you get a chance to, go over and check out my mining partner there, Tristan, over there at Wyoming Gold. Go check out some of his videos. I know he's got some more coming up too. He's been filming a bunch of this stuff, this exploration we're doing. I know once we get down these tunnels, he's going to be going there with me, so we're both going to have some cool videos on that. But yeah, go check out his channel as well too. Young kid, got a lot of good things going for him. Going to school for a geologist, so he's going to have a lot of cool insight for you guys as we progress on, and I'll have him on some of my videos too, explaining what kind of minerals and stuff you guys are looking at, because that's a hard thing. If you don't know what, you can see the colors, but if you don't know what it's called, then you get confused. And me, I don't know what half this stuff's called. I just know what it looks like, and I know if it looks like that, it's probably got gold. So I crush it, and then I find gold. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to get on out of here. I'm going to climb up out of here before that stinking bear that I smell comes over here and tries to give me a big old fat kiss. And we'll catch you on the next video. Take care.